It seems like we moved on to a new era with one of the best. I'm just going to say it, one of the best NFL players of our generation. And it's J.J. Watt, and J.J. Watt has moved on to the Arizona Cardinals. Big news, if you ask me, because I think J.J. Watt is good enough to really turn around a team's fortunes, at least on the defensive side of the football. But I got to get the reactions of the fellas, man. What was you guys' instant reaction before we get into the particulars? What was your instant reaction about J.J. Watt headed to the Cardinals? Scrub, I'm starting with you.
I mean, I was confused because my first reaction was that J.J. Watt said he wanted to go to a contender. So I was just trying to add it up, and I just don't see it. So I was just confused because I'm like, I thought you wanted to go to a contender. The Cardinals, I don't know. I don't think they're a contender. They look more serviceable for sure. I think they can maybe make the playoffs, but I don't know. But if you squint at it hard enough, maybe you kind of see a contender. So I see. He's got if that's what he's thinking, he's got a lot of vision.
That's a good point. That's a good point, man. I mean, contender. We know in the NFL it only takes one thing to go your way to be a contender, or one thing to go the opposite way for you to be out of contention. So I mean, I feel you though. On paper, it's like they only got one more piece. How much of a contender does this make them? I will say though, J.J. Watt's reuniting with his guy Vance Joseph. That was his, one of his assistants in Houston when he was with the Texans, and that's when he had his best season. His best season by far was under Vance Joseph. So I'm thinking that's the connection. Everybody's trying to give DeAndre Hopkins all the credit, but I think it's the Vance Joseph connection. Ron, what you think, man?
My instant reaction to it was DeAndre Hopkins got free from Houston. J.J. Watt got up out of Houston, and Deshaun Watson is still stuck in Houston, man. Free four.
Man, free four, man. Hey, I don't know, bro. We got a crazy D line in Arizona right now, bro. You got Watt, Chandler Jones. I know you rock with Chandler Jones, Ron. Watt, Chandler Jones, Hassan Reddick came on last year. Instant reactions, man.
That's Scruff said it, man. He was trying to add it up. So was J.J. Watt, man. He was trying to run up that bag. He don't care about winning. That's an 8-win team, man. Do you think J.J. Watt is worth another 3 wins? I don't. How many was he worth to Houston? So I think he was bag chasing. I know he texted Kyler and said something like, "I believe in you. That's why I'm here." Stop the lies, bro. You came to chase that bag. Like my man said, people go to Florida and Arizona to retire. I mean, if I remember correctly, didn't Girls Gone Wild start in Arizona State or something like that? One of them schools out there. Like that's a great place for a guy like JJ to retire. So that's all it was. And maybe when you're bringing in elite quarterbacks like Matt Stafford, you need to bring in a JJ Watt. That's not the take. You know what I'm saying? That's not the take. He has to retire at some point. He knows he's at the end of his career. He might have one good season left in him, but he took the money. Well, from what I understand, a couple other teams wanted him. They said the Titans wanted him at a similar price tag. You're not going to Tennessee over Arizona. The Colts wanted him. If you really wanted to chase a ring, Colts would have been a decent chance, a better chance than the Cardinals. He wanted the money, man. All the teams that wanted him were probably Cleveland. Terrible places to live. You know what I'm saying? If you're from Cleveland, hold your head. Like you can always relocate at some point. And terrible place to live though. So he chose a good spot to retire. Not too far from Vegas, not too far from Hollywood, and you got away from the Texans. That's a win in my book. Even if you don't get a ring, you just want a ring in life.
I feel that. And you're making good points, man. You're making good points, but dang, you don't think? I don't know. I feel like the JJ slander is kind of real today, man. To me, JJ Watt is top 5 football players over the last 10 years. I mean, it's almost like automatic to call him that. This guy's been, to me, I don't think the only defensive player I can say has been better in this time is Aaron Donald, and he kind of just came on, in the last few years. JJ Watt, man, I feel like y'all criminally underrating him. He's only 31 years old. He's 31. We know defensive linemen especially can extend their career. Like, look at Calais Campbell. How old is that guy? He just had his best season a year or two ago, right? Defensive linemen have a way of extending their shelf life if they are elite. And I do believe J.J. Watt is elite. And I do believe that J.J. Watt being on the Cardinals gives them about, +2, maybe 3 wins. I'm not going to just point at this Texans situation because Deshaun Watson can even give them a few extra wins. You know what I'm saying? It's going to take a lot for the Texans to turn around. But you throw him on a team like the Cardinals, team that already got a ready-made defensive line, JJ could be that missing piece, man. JJ could be that missing piece. I don't know. I guess the next.
Bro, in the last 5 years, JJ Watt has played 3 seasons of 8 games. Like, we don't even know if he can hold up. I feel like he played last year hurt too. I think he had a hurt arm, shoulder, or something. You rolling the dice on him. I don't know how you can count JJ Watt as this dependable piece on this playoff run with with Kyler Murray. I don't see it.
All right, let me jump back in here because I can't think of a time a player came to the NFC West and we heard my man T sing their praises ever. Anytime a player drops into the NFC West, they're washed up, all this guy's he's past his prime, all this. Look, JJ don't even got to be all that on the Cardinals. He just has to be a piece to improve them. Like Bryce already said, the defensive line is already ready made. They got a solid defense. If they can start stopping people, Kyler Murray is still a threat. I mean, you guys tell me that all the time on the show. I'm not even a big Kyler guy. You guys tell me to believe in Kyler all the time. They got the best receiver in the game in DeAndre Hopkins. If Cliff Kingsbury can put this offense together and they can put up these points and JJ helps the defense stop people more than they were last season, then they're right there with the Seahawks or the 49ers or even the Rams. I mean, I don't believe in Matt Stafford. So I think the Cardinals could easily take the division next year. JJ Watt definitely puts them in position to do that. I mean, it's really early to say, but a lot of things will happen in this offseason. And if the Cardinals keep improving, why couldn't they be a contender?
Hey, Ron, you beat me to my next question.
Hold on. Hopkins comes to the NFC West. Nothing. Jamal Adams comes to the NFC West.
Nothing.
Nothing. Jalen Ramsey comes to the NFC West.
Bro.
Nothing. Like, none of these moves, none of these huge splash moves put any one of these NFC West teams over the hump. I don't know why JJ Watt would be the guy to put the Cardinals over the hump, but none of these other big splashy moves in the NFC West put these teams over the hump. So
you're right. Jimmy Garoppolo comes to the NFC West
and went to the Super Bowl. He went to the Super Bowl.
And then that.
Yeah,
he went to the Super Bowl, lost to Pat. Lost to Pat. He's probably gonna, is he your starter next year?
Yes.
Are we sure? We don't.
Yes.
It goes back and forth sometimes. I don't know.
Yes, I don't know. We might re-sign Alex Smith since you guys don't want him. Yeah, and Frank Gore get the gang back together and make another Super Bowl run. You know what I'm saying? I ain't want him.
I know Jimmy G and Trent Williams definitely ain't happy about JJ to the Cardinals. That's definitely fact.
That's another big splashy guy that, I mean, he helped. He was still elite, but it didn't put the 49ers over the hump. Like, assuming that you got to grab this one big piece and that's the guy that's going to be the piece. I don't know. When's the last time we seen that other than Brady?
Nah, bro. I think we've seen Brady is definitely the prime example. I think we have seen
Manning, Brady.
T.O. to Philly. T.O. went to Philly and they were right there.
That's a good one.
We've seen it happen, but you know, I do think you make some good points, T. You know what I mean? And you guys kind of bring me to my next question. And that is, who's the top dog in the NFC West right now? I'm gonna start off because I do think on paper the Cardinals have the best squad right now. Like I said, you take away one guy, you add one guy to any of these teams in the league, you know what I mean? It could turn them from a contender to a pretender, right? But when I look at the Cardinals now, what's that?
On what paper?
I'm looking at the Cardinals right now. They'll have Kyler Murray, third year Kyler now. I definitely believe he's going to improve. I mean, he showed. I think he didn't have the MVP season. He started off hot, but he didn't have the long sustaining MVP season we thought he might. But you got to learn. He's in his third year now. I think this is the time where he's likely to explode, man. He's probably gonna go crazy this year. DeAndre Hopkins led the league last season. You know what I'm saying? Like in a lot of receiver categories. I think receptions. I also think yards. After T said, what did he do for the Cardinals? And let's not act like the Cardinals were not in contention to the very end. They were in the hunt, literally in the hunt. So I think probably like the last week or week before the playoffs started. So it's not like the Cardinals are just super trash. I do think on paper they're the best team in the NFC West, especially with the 49ers quarterback situation in the air. I don't believe in Matt Stafford. Russell Wilson and the Seahawks probably got the best chance. Whenever you got Russ, you got a chance to be a great team. But I mean, it looks like some trouble in paradise over there. I think the Cardinals are top dog, man. Scrub, who do you think's the top dog in the NFC West right now?
Man, it's tough. Honestly, I think it's anybody's ball game. I think it's the most competitive division in football. I mean, we talked about it. I think the 49ers, I mean, it's really tough to call, bro, because like 49ers might be the best team in the division, or they might be the worst team in the division. I really can't put my finger on it. The Seahawks, I think, are a great team, but then they're talking about maybe trading Russell Wilson. So like, they get rid of Russell Wilson. It's definitely not them. And then the Cardinals, I think, have a legit fighting chance. I think they could be a dark horse contender to win the division, possibly. I think they have a good shot, but I think the smart money is on the Rams. They did pretty well last year, I'd say. They performed very well. We talk about talent, cream rises to the top. You got Jalen Ramsey. You've got Aaron Donald. You have a strong defensive unit. You have a strong offensive system, and then you just went and you upgraded the quarterback position. I'm liking the Rams. I like the Rams as the best team in the division, but I like the Cardinals as maybe a wild card team. I think if I had to pick two teams to win the division, assuming that Russell Wilson is not in this division by the beginning of the season, I'm picking those two teams.
Look, man, this is what I know. Cliff Kingsbury has not won at any level. I don't know why it's going to start now. And the 49ers are obviously the team to beat. Last year, they played without Bosa, who's a top 5 player in the league. They played without their quarterback. And this isn't me being a homer. This is me being realistic. Brandon Ayuk looked amazing in the 12 games we've seen him with backup quarterbacks. I don't know, man. I don't know. Kittle was hurt. Like, the 49ers were one of the most injury-plagued teams, and we're writing them off for Matt Stafford. And
Oh my
all right, sure.
Why do you even mention that guy?
I mean, if you believe in McVay, I saw it in one of the comments. If you believe in McVay and Stafford, that duo going to the Super Bowl, hey, God bless you.
I believe in a lot more than Jimmy Garoppolo, man. I don't want to make this a Matt Stafford conversation, bro.
I mean, my man started by saying Brandon Ayuk was amazing last season. So I already know no home. Brandon Ayuk was good, but amazing. Come on, bro.
Amazing.
Brandon Ayuk was amazing last year.
Look at the numbers.
Bro. Stop with the
Look at the numbers.
And I know Brandon Ayuk is my guy, but amazing he was not last season.
Oh, okay.
Good rookie year, but amazing now. Not quite.
All right. Certain rookies didn't get the shine because they didn't have the quarterback play. CeeDee Lamb was amazing last year too.
Is he going to have the quarterback play if Garoppolo is healthy?
If Garoppolo is healthy, that's a play. I'm not even gonna say if Garoppolo is healthy, man. If Bosa is healthy,
all right,
that pass rush has to be there. That's run first.
So trash.
Let's say the Seahawks keep Russell Wilson. Let's rank the quarterbacks in the NFC West. Russ, Kyler, Stafford, Jimmy G.
Sure.
Y'all the 49ers aren't going to compete in this division.
I'm not.
Even if you have all your.
But I mean, are you ranking the eyeball test or the guys that actually win games? Because I'm pretty sure Garoppolo has the best winning percentage.
There's something to be said about
Russell Wilson. Over Russell Wilson. As long as the Seahawks got Russ, it's their division to lose. If Russ leaves the division, I can't believe I'm saying this, but if Russ does leave the division, I would go with the Rams, and not because of Matthew Stafford. And I know I'm probably going to get shit on this show for picking the Rams on anything with Matthew Stafford as the quarterback. But Sean McVay, in my opinion, has the number of all the coaches in the NFC West. He seems to pull off games and win games with less talent when he shouldn't be. So I would go with the Rams because of McVay, not because of Matthew Stafford.
I hear it, Ron. I hear it.
Are we just expecting that the Cardinals show no progression? I mean, Cliff Kingsbury first year, they were bad enough to be able to draft Isaiah Simmons. So I know they had to be around 4-12, maybe worse. Right? Yeah. Next year they go 8-8. So one more 4-game improvement would give them 12 wins, right? I mean, I don't know. I guess you guys are just saying that the Cardinals are not going to improve because Cliff Kingsbury didn't win in college when he was a college coach. I don't know about that. Yeah. The guy went from 4-12 to 8-8. I'm expecting at least 10 wins this year. And if I don't see that, then I'll be disappointed in not only Kingsbury, but Kyler Murray too. And then I'll say J.J. Watt was worth no wins. But J.J. Watt added that team, man, at least 2 more wins, in my opinion.